Yo, what is up everybody? I'm Cypher and welcome to a Game Battles class edit video. I've had many requests to do a video like this, and during the video I'm just going to be analyzing and breaking down my Game Battles search and destroy classes for you guys, as well as explaining why I use each gun, each attachment, and each perk. So let's get started. The first gun I use in GB matches is the M8A1. Now this is a gun that shoots a 4-round burst. It fires very quickly, and I find it really dependable because usually you'll get a kill between 2 to 4 bursts. Once in a while you will get that 1 burst kill, but they did recently patch the M8 so it's less powerful, but do expect to get 2 to 4 burst kill. Once in a while, like I said, you'll get that lucky 1 burst. Sometimes they might be eating more than 2 to 4 bursts, but because it fires quickly, I find it really dependable because you'll get those bursts off very quick. Now the 2 attachments I use for this gun is the reflex sight. Now, I choose the reflex sight because I'm not a fan of the iron sights of the gun, as well as I've been using red dot sights since Call of Duty 4, so I'm very used to having red dot sights on my gun, so that's just the reason why I use it. Now the second attachment I have is the adjustable stock. Now what this does is this enables you to move faster while you're aiming, and I find this useful because let's say I'm in a gunfight, I am able to strafe back and forth quicker than my opponent would if he's not using the stock, and let's say you're following somebody and goes around a bunch of corners, you can still maintain speed while being aimed in, because there's been many times where I've been chasing after a guy not aimed in at all, just strafing and or sprinting, sorry, and he'll turn around and then I'll just, die because, every second counts in Call of Duty, and if I'm not aimed in, maybe he'll just get that lucky kill. So I use that to prevent that, and I just find it very useful because, it just lets you walk around quicker while still aiming in. Now the secondary for this class is the Cap 40. Now I am a big fan of this pistol because it does kill quickly and it shoots even quicker. The only fault to this gun is it has a 15 clip, so unless you put extended mags on the pistol tends to run out of bullets very quickly, but on the upside, it does kill quickly, and expect to win gunfights with this thing up close because I always do, and it just kills quick, and I think it's one of the more powerful guns in this game actually, just because it shoots quick and it has great power. Now, I do not use a Perk 1 on this class because I do use Perk 3 Greed, and I'll explain why I use that later. Now, for my Perk 2, I use Toughness. Now, I use Toughness because let's say you're in a gunfight, and it's mid to long range, and let's say the other guy has an assault rifle. If he's putting bursts into you or putting bullets into you, automatically your gun is going to jump up when you're taking damage. Now, what this perk does is it makes you flinch less when shot. So this gives you an edge in gunfights because when you're taking damage in a gunfight, your gun's not going to jump up as much, and it'll kind of stay more down, and you'll be able to make sure that you get more bullets on him and hopefully kill him a little bit quicker, and in my case it always does. Now I use Perk 3 Greed because in Game Battles default search and destroy you are allowed to use awareness, so I like to incorporate dead silence and awareness for the simple fact that for people that don't use awareness, what it does is it enables you to hear somebody a lot easier. So let's say you have your headset cranked up, you're going to be more able to, as game battlers say, sound whore your opponent a lot easier. Now I use dead silence for the simple fact because the people that don't use awareness will not be able to hear me as clear when I have this, and I could always crouch walk and stuff like that, but this is a must-use for any Game Battles match. You have to have dead silence, except if it's radar, where you always know where the other guy is. Obviously, that's not useful, but you don't want to be walking around sounding like an elephant. So I do recommend that you use dead silence at all times, and awareness helps you hear the guys that use dead silence. And it's just good because if you're a big headset user like me, you can just camp in a corner and, just hear the guy easier and pinpoint his location through your headset if you have a good one. Now, I do use a grenade in this game. I do not use Semtex. I don't like the Semtex in this game. I think Semtexes were for Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2. These grenades actually kill, unlike Modern Warfare 3, so I did go back to the frag grenades when this game came out. You can lob it over roofs, over buildings, and just roll them to your opponents and expect to get a kill, because, sometimes people will not die by grenades, but most of the time I've noticed in Black Ops 2 people do die. Now, I use concussion grenades for the simple fact that I do not use flashes because there's been many times that I have tried to use flashes, but if you're throwing a grenade or a flash grenade and you're exposing yourself just a little bit, you will get flashed, and I can sometimes find that when I do use flash grenades, it kind of bites you in the ass. And what I like to do is, let's say I see somebody, I will throw a stun and make my way around him, kind of flank him a little bit, so I can shoot him with him having absolutely no chance of killing me. So that's why I use a concussion. Now my second class is an MSMC. This is my Russian class, so what I do is I put stock and extended mag just to make sure that I have enough bullets. Let's say I have to kill more than one at once because I do rush with this class, and I do use lightweight so I can get around them quicker and just move around the map quicker. So this is my Russian class. MSMC is a very reliable submachine gun. It's probably the best submachine gun for short range and kind of mid-range too, because in general, if you read the description for the MSMC on the game, it has increased range. So it is a very reliable submachine gun, and I do use it to rush, and that's why many people that play this game use the gun. Now, just like my previous class, I have dead silence, but this time I have extreme conditioning because, like I did say, it is a Russian class. Now, my third class is going to be the Skorpion. Now, I use the Skorpion because this thing is a monster up close. It shoots very quickly, and you're almost guaranteed a kill, just because the sheer power and sheer fire rate of this gun enables you to shoot very quickly with, increased power, and this is a very powerful gun. It is useless kind of mid-range. So that's why I put a long barrel on it, just increase range a little bit, because this gun does tend to jump up quite a bit because it does shoot fast, and the range sucks without the long barrel on it. So I use a long barrel in game battles to just have more range with the gun, and it does really help. I've noticed a big difference from not using a long barrel on my Skorpion to having a long barrel on my Skorpion, and there is a big difference. Now I use extended clip, because the gun does shoot very quick, so it runs out of bullets very quick. So these extra 10 bullets that this attachment gives you could be the difference between life and death in a situation of a gunfight, because, those extra bullets could save your life. So that's why I use it, because let's say sometimes I'm hip firing or whatever, and I'll miss a good portion of my bullets, and I run out of bullets if I don't have extended clip. It just doesn't help. So I do take those 10 bullets, and they have saved me many times. Once again, you will see another Cap 40. It is a very reliable pistol, like I've already explained, and it's on every single one of my classes in case I run out of ammo and I don't have time to reload. Now, this is another Russian class. You'll notice I have lightweight, and this class I use on maps like Express, where it's very closed areas, closed hallways. If you're on a big map and you're not in a building, this gun is going to be useless. So I do recommend, if you do use the Skorpion, to make sure it's a more smaller map that you'll get up close, and just tight areas where it's not big. Because if an assault rifle guy sees you mid to far range, chances are you're gonna die unless you get really lucky. And so that's why I do recommend, if you do use the Skorpion, to stick to close range gunfights, and do not go for anything that don't take risks with this gun. Just make sure you have the kill, because this gun is very useless if you're not up close. Now, my fourth class is the AN-94. Now, I use this gun because it is an automatic assault rifle, and I do not like the Type 25 in this game. And not a lot of people use this assault rifle, but I do recommend it. It is a very strong, and the first 2 bullets of the gun shoot quickly. So you can always expect to get a bullet quicker, or shoot a bullet quicker at your opponent than him, because the first 2 bullets are, they just shoot faster for whatever reason. I guess that's just the gun trait. And I do use FMJ because most of the time I do use this gun for long-range gunfights, so if somebody ducks behind cover or whatever, I can wallbang him easier with Full Metal Jacket. Now, I do have the stock again to help me aim in quicker, and I do have the Cap 40 once again. I do use toughness to give me that edge and to make me flinch less when I'm getting shot, and I do use dead silence and awareness. You will notice that I use awareness on all my assault rifle classes, because when I do use an assault rifle, I play more laid back, very passive game. I wait for them to come to me, and I just play a very slow game. So when I'm using assault rifle, so basically having extreme conditioning on my classes would be useless if I'm using an assault rifle, because I only have extreme conditioning on the classes that I use to rush. So my final class that I use in game battles matches is the FAL. Now, I use the FAL because it's just a beast. Like, this thing shoots very quick, and it's just a really strong gun. You can expect to get a kill in 2 to 3 bullets, sometimes 4, and usually if you're host, you're not going to lose a gunfight with this thing. This thing is a monster at all ranges. in the map. I have won many gunfights up close versus a submachine gunner with this gun just because of its sheer force, and you know, it's just a monster of a gun. This thing is very powerful and it does kick ass. Now, I do use a foregrip because the downside to having select fire, and what select fire does is changes it to automatic. I do not have a modded controller, so I do use you know, full auto select fire to help me shoot quick. Now, what that does is that decreases your accuracy, so your gun will be bouncing up. Now, what I counter that is foregrip. Now, this is going to increase my accuracy with the gun, so I'll be shooting fairly quickly with this powerful gun while maintaining accuracy, which makes it a very deadly class to use. Once again, I do have the cap 40. And my 2 perks here are awareness and extreme conditioning. And I have 2 stuns here because, like I said earlier, I do play a more passive game with assault rifles. So when people try to rush me, you know, obviously up close, I do not have an advantage against somebody that's using, let's say, an MSMC or a PDW. So what I'll try to do is stun them and then find a way to kill them. And probably take out my pistol. You'll see me do that a lot. But if somebody's rushing me, or I get a call out that somebody's rushing me, I will use my 2 concussion grenades and stun the guy and hopefully kill him. So these were my 5 classes I use in game battles matches. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Please like the video. My name is Cypher. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.